Thasmin and Djarins podcast, the podcast that talks about Doctor Who and Star Wars, hosted by Leigh Craddock. Welcome and hope you enjoy listening to this episode. Hi, it's Leigh here and welcome back to another Minisode of Thasmin and Djarins. 2023 is just about to finish. I want to share my top 5 favourite episodes in random order from 2023. I will share my top 5 in chronological order. If you want to see more of what I do, please hit that subscribe button and click on the notification button because I do love doing this stuff and I want to share more of you. I want to begin with an honourable mention, of course. This year there were so many great episodes. The Mandalorian had a good batch of episodes. Doctor Who consistently well, which is a surprise. The one I'm going to mention is the Crossing the Bad Batch. This episode means a lot to me as I see myself in Tech when he says his little scene. It's wanting to see, the Bad Batch have differences and what happens when someone leaves. It breaks the dynamic a bit, and I think it's important to see that. And I love that. I love Angry Wrecker, Tech getting a bit, not as generous as should be with Omega, which is understandable, and I get Omega. I feel like it's important to see that, especially what Omega's gone through the series. It's important. Now who's ready for the top 5? I am going to begin right now. The Mines of Mandalore, The Mandalorian. I am a huge fan of this episode. I've championed it quite a lot. I personally feel it's one of my most watched episodes of the year, alongside Guns for Hire. Also, The Mandalorian. We'll get to that in just a minute. Pedro Pascal and Kai Sakov's chemistry is what makes the story for me. I start to see potential with Bo-Katan. I start to see a lot more because I do give her a hard time. That's just what her story is about. But it also helps validate what she's had to go through. Her terrorist streak and then losing her sister. It's all meant to happen this way. I love seeing Grogu being a legend as usual. That scene where he goes to save his dad, I love it. And plus, Amy Sedaris, Pino Motto, legendary legend. Guns for Hire, The Mandalorian. As I said, I rewatched this a lot. Obviously, it's Pedro and Katie's chemistry that allows me to watch him episodes because I can't get enough of them. They're so good. This is why miracles do happen, especially with Katie as Bo-Katan. I don't know what's happened this year, but she's come in and shown that, I can really love this character. I can really love Bo-Katan. And she's done that. I also love the guest casters, Christopher Lloyd, Jack Black, Lizzo, Mercedes Veneto and Simon Castell's return as Cosca Reeves and Axe Woves. Axe Woves starts to get his peak as he's peaking all the way around. He has his differences, which is understandable. I get it. But I just love him for it. And I get when he changes his mind again. It's so great. We'll get to Axe a bit more in a few minutes. The dark side plot, I get the criticism, but to us, I'm kind of glad because I do feel mean the dark side, but I just don't get it, especially when it changes hands. But Leigh's got a lovely episode coming on that very soon, along with The Timeless Child, so stay tuned for that. It's still a great episode. The Return, The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is getting everything together this year, isn't it? It just shows how consistent this show is this year. Probably its best series. Axe, the Armourer, Bo-Katan, Din, Grogu, and also you've got characters like Moff Gideon being a legend. Bad man he is. He is a bad man, and Giancarlo Esposito plays him very, very well. So I have to say he is a legend. I just think there's so many important moments. For example, Grogu rescuing Din at the start. The whole scene where Bo-Katan, Grogu and Din come together to stop Moff Gideon. Axe Woves becoming the hero. The scene where Grogu is adopted by Din. I love it so much. It's still one of the best moments in the series. I can't wait for what they've got next. And they're living on Navarro in their own little house. And plus foreshadowing with my boy Carson Teva, Paul Stingley, once again a legend. I just can't stop saying how good this finale is. It is my favourite finale. Shadow Warrior, Ahsoka. Yes, it's David Tennant time. Yes, yes, yes. David in this episode, he's a legend. Now, he doesn't appear as much, but he's still iconic. I like the way when I told them to stay together, but they didn't listen. They never listen. Him having to deal with Ahsoka's nonsense. Oh, good nonsense, by the way. I love him. But Rosario Dawson, let's talk about her. She has everything in this episode. I think this is the episode that really makes her into a hero. She comes from all her flaws to finally work out where Sabine is heading. The chemistry with Hayden Christensen, who once again did a great job. Tamara Morrison cameo as Rex. I and the Green Black. Those moments are so emotional. The last scene is still one of my personal favourites of the series. I just enjoy it so much. I listen to the soundtrack a lot. I still love it so much. And I want to thank Dave Filoni for directing and writing, and Kevin Kiner for making a wonderful track. Finally, The Church on Ruby Road, Doctor Who. This year, Doctor Who's done quite well. It's been consistently great. This is definitely the best episode I've seen of the show the entire year. And I'll tell you why. First of all, Shui Gatwa is making a case for himself. He was good in The Giggle, he is good here, but he's getting better. If he can keep it together, he could be one of the best. He could be my second favourite Doctor behind Julia, and that would be awesome. Millie Gibson's got some potential as well, and I'm so happy for her, you know. I think once they get her out of this damsel situation, which I'll explain quite a bit on the podcast, I think she could be one of those strong female characters. She won't be like Bo-Katan or my girl Fennec Shand or Ahsoka or Sabine Wren. She definitely has an innocence. And of course, there's a reason why Carla is doing what she is. Michelle Greenwood, thank you. And plus, Mary Malone being a legend as well. The Goblins, that nonsense Goblin song. That scene where the Doctor goes back in time to save Ruby from being eaten by goblins, I still think it's wonderful. The emotions there, I think Russell is starting to up his game with the emotions. I know I give him a hard time. If it keeps up like this, I think we could be seeing a huge turnaround, and good for him. That's it for my top 5. What are your top 5 favourite episodes of the year? You can comment down below or at Person22 on social media. I love reading your comments, and if you want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and like this episode, as I appreciate your support. Thank you once again for listening, and I'll see you in Thank you for listening to Thasmin and Djarins. Please get in touch at Thasmin22 on social media. If you love anything I do, please subscribe to the Thasmin and Djarins YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed listening to this podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Subscribe to Thasmin and Djarins and stay tuned for more podcasts. See ya!